So I believe it will be a good standing for us to have a nice moment. So please let's welcome Memunat. Memunat, we also have Zainab. Zainab will be doing a quick recap. Zainab Olurade, she's one of our amazing tutor at Canva Women. She gave a perfect walkthrough on how to create a nice infographic. So Passy is also on standby for a review. So hi guys, okay, we can get started now. Yeah.
Hi, good evening, guys. I hope that it has been a very fulfilling and enlightening journey for everyone. I hope that you've been able to at least pick up um, a few, if not completely maximize the whole training, at least pick up some skills. I mean, some of the design skills and all the other things that have been mentioned in the course of this training. So, to guide the quick recap, I'm going to take a quick poll. I want everyone to mention at least one area that we have covered that we've had challenges with, or generally something that you've had challenge with while using Canva after you started this training. And then I'm going to look at the most commonly mentioned ones, and then I'll do a quick recap on that. So I'm waiting. Let's go. I'm in the chat section. Something that you've had challenge with while designing with Canva. Can everybody hear me? Somebody saying she can't hear me.
Clearly, and they are currently chatting on the Telegram, so you can check some of their responses on Telegram. So they are currently lying.
Okay. Okay, so color combination, alignment, rotation on phone Canva. Okay. Okay, since color combination is the most common thing, I'm going to check the chat back, but I think I'll start working with color combination now. I'm coming, I'll share my screen in a moment. So the thing with colors is that colors is one of those things, generally with design, you become a better designer the more you design. And there's almost nobody that does not have issues with colors when they are just starting out. I think it's a very common thing. So first, I want to reassure you that it does not exactly mean that you are not going to get better as a designer. You are definitely going to get better. You're going to make color mistakes in the beginning. But a good thing is recognizing when you are actually using bad color combinations. So one of the important things to note is contrast and readability. So with contrast is being able to tell the difference between one element from the other based on their color or size. But since we are talking about color, that means I'm talking about color. You should be able to tell the difference between one um one element and another one if you are using a very good color combination. Each element should stand out. So the general rule to be on the safer side when you're just starting out is to work with simple color combinations. And then when you're working on a design, try not to work with more than two colors at the same time. I'll share my screen when let's work with an Instagram post. This is share my screen now. Okay, so I'm just going to work with the random. There's somewhat blank. Okay, so with colors, there is this color wheel. So the thing with the color wheel is that on the color wheel, there are some colors that are complementary, there are some colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. So generally, there are ways that you combine those colors. Can you see who is that person? Okay. So I'm going to add a rectangle here so that I can use to illustrate this color. I'm going to add this and then I'll duplicate it. Okay, so when I'm saying contrast, assuming see this color, the color of this now. If I want to put another element over it, I better work with the color that is dark. Where is my thinking? I don't know if I was happening. Maybe the network glitch or something. Okay, set it to be back. Okay, I'll send this forward so we can see it. Okay. Okay, so over the light brown background, the black is very visible, right? So when you're working with colors, one trick is to work with in your background have a light color, and then whatever you're placing on it, make sure it is a dark color. It is in a dark color. And then another way is to work with a, let me duplicate this. I think I'm going to delete this one so that I can solve this problem. And then I'm going to change this to white so that we can see everything that's going on. Okay. So you can see that this is visible and the black is visible against it. Another way is to work with a dark background and light color for for whatever elements that you're placing over it. Let me see if I change this to black and then change this to this, it will also be visible. So each element stands out. Each element stands out. Then another thing is to also, like I said, in a design, start by working with only two colors at a time. So if for instance I am designing a flyer, let me see, let me go back to home and pick a flyer. So if let me look for a flyer and then we will try to change the colors so you can see what I'm saying. Um, let's use this. So for instance, on this design, we have so many different colors. If we have so many different colors, if to be on the safer side as a beginner, it's better for you to work with just two colors. I think we have a pink, a wine, a brown, and white here. So yes, we have this color. This color is this color is what's this color? This is like wine or something like a red. I think the background itself is an image. Is an image. Then we have these palm trees. Green. So if for instance you can see that the colors here are not more than three, I think. We have white, this brown, and this reddish. Is it one that we're going to call this color? That's just three colors. That's still on the safer side. But as a beginner, if whatever you are designing is not something that has too many details, it's better to work with as minimal colors as possible. Two colors, for instance, two colors, and then at most three to be on the safer side. So it's not like if I decide to change the color of this now, so maybe a purple or something, and it starts to have issues, then I'll start wondering, does this color go with everything else? Does this go? 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 Of course, there are going to be colors that go actually, but I'm going to be wasting a lot of time and I'm going to give myself a lot of issues rather than just, instead of that, it's better to just work with a color that I'm already using, like one of the colors I'm already using in the design. So I'm not sure what else apart from what I've explained now that you're having issues with in terms of color combination. And then there are actually sites, like I said, I think I mentioned it yesterday. There are sites where you can check color contrast or check what colors go together. One example of this kind of colors let me check. There is this colors. Can you still see my screen? Sorry, I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat, so I will need somebody to answer me. I can't see your voice. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes, I can see.
Alright. So I hope you can see the URL colors.co. I'm going to drop it on the group too. So you can generate a color palette from here. I think at the time colors generates is it 5 or 6 colors? I'm not sure. We're going to see that now. Colors works best on desktop. On desktop, the way it works is that in the first tab you pick a color. For instance, here I enter a color code. I don't know if it was mentioned in class that there are many ways to recognize the color. For instance, the color has a conventional name like irregular red, blue, green, sage green, teal green, sea green. Those are conventional names of colors. Those are the regular names. And then it has an X code. That X code is a unique set of 6 digits. Either is usually digits mixed with letters based on the X number system. So each set of 6 digits is unique to every color. In the case of conventional naming, a color that appears teal to a particular person may appear blue to another person, there's usually a lot of errors with naming colors conventionally. If, for instance, you tell a designer that our wedding color is sage green, so design something with sage green, and then when the designer brings the color, you're like, this is not exactly sage. This looks like army green or something, something. What I mean is that when you rely on the human eye to name colors, there can be errors. But in the case of the X color codes, each each code is unique to a particular color, so you can never make mistakes with it. That means this particular color on top here that says C9CEBG. If I copy that code and paste it anywhere, if, for instance, I copied color, I hope we can all see it. If I copy this color and go back to Canva and paste it, if I go back to Canva and paste the color, let me use it for this part. I come here and paste that color here. It's going to give me that exact shade because the color code is unique. I hope you are understanding what I'm explaining. The color code is unique. In anywhere I paste this color code, it's going to give me back this exact color. So that is one way to work with colors. If you are working with a color, you get the exact X code, such that when you are translating colors from one place to another, maybe from a style guide or from whatever, you are sure that you are translating the exact same color. So on sorry on excuse me for a minute, I'll have to start sharing my screen. What happened?
Okay, Zainab, I think, yeah, are you done with your recap in that area? Because we have some other things to look into. And yeah, Percy, did you have anything to, yeah, like a nugget to give pertaining to, yeah, pertaining to what we have discussed earlier?
Okay, yes, I do actually have something to
Yeah,
say. So it's
yeah, please
about
go on.
colors, about colors. So I think most of the times, beginners in the graphic design always have issues with colors. So what I would say about how knowing how to make use of colors is when you want to design, always check for for two good colors that you know can really go well. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, sure, we
So
can hear you clearly.
okay. Okay. So when you get a color that is dark for a background color, you don't also have to make use of a dark font. Make use of a brighter font for contrast. So understanding the principles of graphics design will help you to not just make use of Canva, but make use of Canva to produce good designs. Because that's going to help you to bring more work to you and also to build your portfolio. So I think one of the things we should consider is about color in designing, making use of contrast. Dark backgrounds goes with light colors, light text colors, and light text colors. Oh, sorry, dark text colors has to go with brighter backgrounds. So just knowing how to do the contrast, it's very important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Percy, for that insight. Zainab, if your mic is back, you can continue. Okay, Memunat, are you currently on standby? Do we have any question, like any nagging challenge? I will share a material on color combination so that you guys, I hope you will find it useful. So yeah, let me share it to the group right now for you guys to read. I think it's not, it's a very simple, I mean, a very short material, so it's not going to. Okay, that's fine. I shared a bonus ebook color on color psychology. Okay, so please do well to read that so that you can get the best of color. Yeah, Passy, pertaining to some of the things you did with the video, something, did you have anything you would like to quickly touch on, or it's fine, we can move on, or any tips you can give them, like starting to design with Canva?
Okay, I would say starting to design with Canva has to do with, especially videos. Sorry, I'm working. Has to do with um understanding the purpose of what you are designing and what you're designing for. Sorry, that's the right grammar, is what you are designing for. So if you're making a design for a Jumia this sales online, something like that. So you know the kind of animation you are going to make use of. Sorry, I think I have to share my screen a little bit. Let me just show some things. So it depends on the kind of thing you are doing, it depends on the kind of design and the kind of animation you add to the text. So understand, first of all, what you want to do before going into designing it. So you don't just have to jump into designing without understanding what you are designing for. So if you're making a design for a baby store, for instance, you make use of childish fonts. That is, the typography is supposed to be childish to showcase that what you're designing is for children, and the colors should be very attractive and childlike. And also the animation you should put on it also should be something that will look catchy and childlike. So you don't have to put serious fonts. You have to put something that is would I say very friendly and child friendly. Okay, let me show something on Canva. Sorry, just hold on with me.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Passy. I think we are enjoying you. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to type it on the yeah, on the comment box. You only have today. Today will be the last major class. Yeah, tomorrow will be your final onboarding, if according to our plans. So kindly share your thoughts about some of the things you've learned. And I'm so happy with what I've seen with the presentation slides. A lot of people do very, very good job. So Canva is simple, but understanding design principles should be your top priority at the moment. So don't hesitate to to ask different questions on in here. So sir, please, when is the last day for submission of all assignments, especially for some of us that are close late from work? Although, yeah, excuse is not necessary. We just want to be sure that you guys, you really do what is expected of you. So, and for the assignment is not for me. Assignment is for you. It's your own part. So, and the certificate does not base on the assignment only. It's still based on your structure. So, I'll be sharing the final feedback form to get the your final drive. So I will give time between now and next week so that you can be able to update some of your assignments. So it's not going to be a big deal, and yeah, I think that would help some of the people that may think, okay, since we are closing the lecture today, tomorrow, if I'm unable to do all my assignments, I won't get my certificate. So almost everybody that gave the feedback and also submit the drive and submit their assignment drive would get a certificate. So we'll be giving you till next week. So your assignment does not take less than 1 hour to complete or 30 minutes or so. So just find time and do that. All right, Passy, go on.
Okay. Okay, let me just share my screen. Someone said about rotating of of an element on Canva. Okay, let me just show it now. Sorry. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sure. We can see your screen.
Okay. All right. Okay, let me just use this for example. So this design in particular, to rotate something on the screen has to do with this. So on that, the circle that has a curved arrows on it, that's where you're going to lay your hands on and be rotating them. So can you see how I'm doing it? So that's how to rotate on the screen. That's how to rotate on the screen. And I don't know if anybody has another question to ask.
Yeah, please come again on the rotation.
Okay, let me show the rotation again. So I said to rotate on the screen, you click on the item first. So for instance, I want to rotate this guy that is here. I'm going to click on him first. So when it highlights him, then on the white background that has black two curved arrows. I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom my screen. Yeah, there's an arrow you will see here. I don't know if you can see the arrow. So
Sure, we can see it.
yes, so that's just you rotate it like this. You move it and it follows anywhere your hand goes to. That's just a simple way of rotating elements on the screen. So I'll just show something about masking. So I made a design. Okay, I made this particular design. So I took out the background of this lady here and I placed it here. Now masking has to do with this. I will make a replicate of this design because I want to show you something. So what I'm going to do here is, sorry. Okay, this particular one, welcome to June, that text called welcome to June. If you want it to look like it's marked on this person's face, what you're going to do is this. Sorry, I don't know. My phone always has this issue of not showing my cursor. Okay, so when I highlight it, I'm going to duplicate this text this way. Hope everybody's following what I'm doing.
Sure, we are following.
So when you do this, you go to effects, and there are so many ones here. There's hollow, there's splice, and all of that. Then you go to hollow, hollow anyone. Sorry. I'm supposed to bring this to the back. So this is what you're going to do. And now, and make use of your nudge to make it look this way. So now it looks like the lady's face is in between the texts. So you can do it or even with the hand and all of that. So that's how to make masking in Canva, on Canva, sorry. And I'm going to show you another one. That's this one here, the Hello Me. So this is just an element on its own, broken glass. You can get it here when you type elements. You can go to here and type broken glass. So I think it's taking time to load, and that's it. But that's just how to get broken glass. So when you enter that, you put it here. And this guy's picture, you see, you made it look like it was marked here. made it look like his legs was inside the phone. However, this was just a masked picture, a masked picture. So you make use of real life effects like broken glass and all of that to make your design look catchier, more attractive. I think this is where I'm going to stop for today, and that's just all I want to say.
All right, Basi, thank you so much for that insight. Does anyone has any question? Zainab is currently back to take some of your questions. So please, if you have any other question, kindly put it. Yeah. Uh, Somebody said at the beginning, we said we delve into UI UX designs. How are you going to delve into UI UX? How are you going to delve into UI UX design? Maybe you get the you misunderstood the stuff. Canva is not a UI UX tools, so and it is not possible for you to delve into UI UX using Canva. UI UX means user interface and user experience. So it's used for the mainly for the web version. So like currently uh you're just doing some things related to graphics design. So somebody asked, what are smart mockups and how do you use them? Passy, what are smart
Okay.
mockups and
So
how do you use them?
mock-ups.
What are smart
Hello? Can you hear me?
ups and how do you use them? Okay.
Okay, yeah, Zainab, you want to go? Yeah, Zainab.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so generally what mock-ups do is that they help you to depict your design in a real life situation. So for instance, if I design a product sticker or a product package, a way to mock it up is to put it on an actual um, bottle. If for instance, I designed the um, package product package for a um, fruit juice. So if I put the design on a bottle to make it look like the actual juice bottle depicting the product package, that is what mock-ups are. I'm going to show us examples now. Let me see. Let's quickly design maybe a flyer or something. Or if, for instance, I design an image that is to be framed and hanged in the house. So a mock-up is showing that image inside an actual frame. So I'm going to share my screen now so that we can see. Okay, so for instance, I think I'm going to work with this particular design that I showed us. I'm going to change this back to white, and then I'm going to go here. Can you see where I'm touching on my screen?
yeah, we can see your screen.
All right. I mean, can you see where I'm touching?
Yeah, sure, we can.
Okay, so you come here, this share button, and then when you scroll down, Smart Mockups is somewhere here. Smart Mockups, this is it here. Then you are going to click on it. So it says bring your design to life, publish to Smart Mockups, and create stunning mockups from your designs. So we are going to use this. Okay, so Smart Mockups requires you to log in. Like you have to have an account. But I think I already have an account. I just need to sign in. Okay, so We're working with a flyer, right? So I'm going to try to put this flyer on a billboard. That's what I'm going to use. So there are different categories of mock-ups. We have technology, print, packaging, apparel, home and living, seasonal. I'm going to use print, outdoor, outdoor print. So I'm going to use billboard. Sorry, I don't know what is happening. So I'm going to use a billboard. So there are free ones. There are free ones and there are paid ones. I'm just going to pick one of these. But I'm looking for one that is landscape. Oh, sorry, that is portrait. Let me try and use this. It has to be very fast though, so our pen is fast pen. So it's actually cool. But I'll just use it to illustrate what I mean. So I'm going to upload from Canva. Or another way is just to, I'm going to download that design. I'm going to download it. And then I'm going to go back here and just upload from my phone from local storage. I'm going to use it. So once I have this now, I can always so if this flyer was to be for a client, I can always use it. It will make the flyer look more realistic, more real life. That is what mockups are for. And this is how to use smart mockups. I hope that explains that person's question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
so
Thank you so
so
much,
without wasting
Zainab.
our time, I'm going to hand over back to Kamal.
All right, thank you so much, Zainab, for that insightful. I don't even know how to use that honestly. I always do it from my PC, so it's not as broad as that. It's just one click, bam, to do. All right, yeah. Please let's welcome Munat for the soft skill section. So that will be the end for today, and after that, you guys can continue asking your questions. Hi, Memunat. Make your session brief, and yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, Kamal. Hi, everyone. It's actually a wrap up, so I'm very brief about sharing my slides. Okay, so I don't know if you're seeing my screen.
Yes, I see your screen right now. Okay.
Okay, so hi, everyone. My name is Emunat Manzuma. Uh, I'll just say a few things about myself. The CEO for Quality Resources. I'm the mentor for the big team, that's Women Tech Makers, Sub-Saharan Africa, and local countries. So also a team member for Canva Women Group, lover of cloud computing, drink codes and coffee, and I love, yeah, briefly, I'll be discussing about personal branding for career success. Sorry, can you hear me, please?
Can you hear me?
Okay. So I'll be discussing a few things you need to take notes, a few key notes on personal branding and career success. So before that, I just want to ask a few questions. You can mute your mic and answer me. When for career success, what actually comes to your mind? Maybe I should just take 2 or 3 answer. Okay, I said for the first time, when you hear the word personal branding for career success, what actually comes to your mind?
You can unmute and talk if you want to respond to that, or you can just use the comment box to.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. So nice to have you on this space with us. Yeah, I think personal branding for career success is it means staying in a particular direction and um branding yourself in a particular direction and saying this is what I have to do. Um this is what I'm doing in a particular way. I can say I want to do UI UX or graphic design, and I focus more on infographics and um, flyers and poster rather than on projects and all of that. That's what I feel like personal branding is for career success. Like choosing a career path that you want to be successful in, and you just focus on it and be the best you can be.
Yeah, actually, that's nice. Okay, so I have few answers already on the group. So quickly, personal branding is just all about branding yourself, putting yourself how you're going to prepare yourself to the market, like position yourself and speaking about um, yourself, right? So you guys just finished a scholarship on Canva design, and you some of you are in the market already. It's just to promote yourself or improve your skills, and some of you are just getting ready for the market. So I have a few keynotes here, just about 5, and I'll just quickly glance through them. So the first one is consider your own value and strength. So the way you present yourself to your employers, both current and in the future, plays a very vital part in your career success and satisfaction. You know, if you get it right, it can enhance your profile at work. But it actually helps you to win interesting projects, promotions, and the respect with your colleagues in the organization. It will also encourage and also increase your chance to be the successful candidate at a job interview. You know, imagine you you are on for an interview and you actually did not consider your strength your value and strength. You don't actually know your value and strength. Like, okay, this is what I can do. Maybe in time of design, I can only use Canva, or probably I can use Canva, I can use CorelDRAW, I can use other applications. And okay, if I can use other application, can I kind of integrate those applications together to come up with a beautiful design? Or fine, I can only use Canva, but I can still be productive while using just one application. So you just have to consider those values and your strengths. So you have to identify them that, okay, this is what I can do and this is what I cannot actually do. So from there, after identifying that that strength and your value, you'll be able to know, okay, your lab says that, okay, in the market, this is what is actually trending, and maybe I have little knowledge about it or no knowledge at all about it. So I have to learn on those skills to improve my career, you know. So it actually helps a lot, and you get to, like, because of that, because you're able to identify them, you're able to consider them, it actually gives you more interesting projects, because you win the, of course, when you have a very beautiful profile, and of course people get to connect with you, and jobs will come in, you get promoted at your organization, you get that respect within your colleagues, you know. So, and okay, so identify the key skill um, employers look for, right? So sometimes you see an advert placed around, like, okay, we hire a product designer. Requirements, they'll list a lot of requirements down, and probably what the employer is actually looking for is probably somebody that has courage, somebody that has courage, somebody that is open to learning. And you discover that most of the requirements there, maybe out of 10, you can just work perfectly with just 2 or 3, you know. But then you first thing you do is you study the organization, what they actually need, because sometimes some organization will just place adverts with lots of requirements, but basically they are just looking for one thing. It might just be creativity, it might just be innovation, how the person is how the person can go out of box and think. It might just be courage, and it might just be skill. Yeah, skill is also part of it, but sometimes, when you put it upon yourself and said, okay, among like we have 10 requirements, but then I can just use maybe 5, but I'm open to learning and I can learn fast, like few short period I can actually learn fast and maybe deliver what the organization is actually looking for. So you actually identify that key skill the employer is looking for. Sometimes it's not always on the advert. You just have to maybe put a little research on maybe the company or where you want to apply for, and not just people that are in the market. Even if you are in the company, you already secure yourself a job. There are a lot of things, because of course you'll be working for them, and you need to also improve yourself. You need to improve your skills, right? And every day they get clients, different individual differences. What they need is different, and you just have to um, keep analyzing the kind of skills the organization need, and for you to fit in for that position all the time. It shouldn't be as if, like, they just call you the next day and tell you that their contract with you is over, because they need somebody that is more skilled. You know. So that's second. The third one is learn how to present yourself and evidence those skills appropriately. So like yeah, I have the skill. You keep learning. You get inspiration. You improve your skills, and basically, it is not bragging if it's based on fact. So most important thing is you learn, and you also learn how to present that skill. It shouldn't be as if at the end of this workshop or this scholarship, you just abandon Canva, never practice. Even if there is no job around, you can always practice. You can design anything. You can design birthday flyers. You can just keep on practicing so that your certificate will worth presenting. Some certificates are there. Like I think a few months ago, I actually interviewed someone. She's actually a graduate from a very conventional university, and on her CV, she mentioned she had certificates in Microsoft Office. So then I asked her that can she use a computer system? I did not ask her directly that can she use Microsoft Office. I just asked her can she use a computer system. She said no, she cannot use a computer system. So I asked her that her CV is showing she has a certificate in in Microsoft Office. So can she present the certificate? She showed me the certificate, and I was like, okay, can you use Microsoft Office? She was like, and that when she was learning Microsoft Word, after learning, she did not practice, so she's not even sure of how to open it again. And meanwhile, she's presenting it in her CV, which means she can't even prove what she have, and that will be a lot of discourage. It will discourage the employer from employing you, even if you have other skills. So try to learn how to present and evidence those skills appropriately. You practice whatever skills you have. Keep on practicing. Don't say there's no job yet. So just leave that and abandon it. No, just keep on practicing. When the job comes in, it comes in a big way, like in a big way, because by that time you have advanced yourself more, right? And you have advanced yourself more, and even in the industry, it will now be like a competition in the industry, right? So the I hope you are following her, please. So yeah, so this is the most important thing. One of the most important thing: present yourself online and inline, right? So keep on like the first thing you have to do after winning the scholarship is to post on the social platform, right? That hey, I've actually won a scholarship, and you don't know who is watching you. You don't know who is watching you. So keep on present yourself nicely on the online and even inline within your colleagues, within your co-workers, within your peer group. Present yourself nicely. Let them know what you are doing, what you are up to. You don't know that maybe Mark is among us or is on your platform just looking at you, or probably he's just sitting one corner and glancing through a social platform. Your profile will just pop up and you'll be amazed. So try to market yourself, try to sell yourself out online, try to talk about yourself, anything, even the wins and the loses, try to mix things up. Like sometimes you'll be like, okay, I was able to design a flyer from Canva application, but before I was able to do that, I had to do this and this. Like let let people be part of your journey. Let people be part of your journey. Let people talk about, let people know that yes, you really worked to a certain extent before you're able to achieve this skill. Not all the time, like I hand certificates here tomorrow, I hand that here, next tomorrow I hand that here, next tomorrow, So try to mix your journey with the wins and the loses so that it will make your profile to be sweet and in fact, not that loses will be there all the time, but just to make the story nice and it keeps on going. So please always make sure your social present your social your online presence and also in line, right? So the the last one, but not the least, I hope we are noting. The last one, but not the least, is stay connected. Stay connected. Like I think few years back, before I joined tech world, um, I I just spoke to someone and I was like, hey, I want to join tech. Like I just want to do something with computer, and he was like, join a community. So I was like, just join a community. Why? He said, join a community. There is reason to it because he always said that the person you want to meet is 6 times connected with the person you are meeting now. How? For example, um, you are aiming for a job at Malhub, and then you don't have connection to that, but through community you can meet somebody that knows someone that knows someone that knows the CEO of Malhub. So from the community, because you stay connected and people get to know you. Some people used to see it as noise, but it's not noise. So far, it is fact about you. So you keep on going, you keep on making progress, and you keep on knowing more people, you keep on connecting with a lot of people. And believe you me, because they know what you are doing and what you are capable of, and your job your job, what you can do, your skills, your strengths, and all that. They will always contact you for any they will always contact you for any job around or any opportunity around. So thank you. My name still remains Memunat Manzuma, and
You so much,
if you have any
Zuma.
question
Thank
for
you
me,
so much. And it's yeah, it's so amazing. So how do you feel it, guys? Did you really enjoy that insightful rounding up keynote? I think that is just the last presentation as far as the Canva women design is concerned. So yeah, it's a wrap. And if you enjoy it, kindly give kudos using the comment box. If you have any suggestion or any question, please let us know.
I have a question.
Please go
I have a
on.
question.
Okay, yeah, please go on. Ask your question. Yeah, you do.
Okay, okay. Like I want to give multiple color a text, a very bold text to give it a multiple color. Using the color mixture. I don't know. There's this pattern of multiple colors in a text. How can I do that?
Percy, would you answer that very quick? I think that is not in line with what we just do right now. We've passed the section of asking questions for the Canva activity.
What did the person just say?
Yeah, she was asking how to do some kind of multiple colors on different text, like a gradient colors.
I couldn't really hear what she said.
yeah, she was asking how to put different color
Okay,
on the
okay,
text,
on
like a
different
gradient.
text.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think how to do that one has to do with like the masking I just showed you. You make it hollow, then you use it's actually most times it's a premium version that you can use and do something like that. But let me just give you a quick summary of what you're going to do. Like the masking I just showed, you make the effects to be hollow. So when you make it to be hollow, you then put the gradient at the back of it, so it's going to be reflecting on the text. You get that's just how you're going to make it. Or else, what you're going to do is to duplicate the text and write each word for each particular thing. Or you can better still just use frames. Frames are better. Yeah, frames are better. So what you can do is when you use frames, just type F, you see a frame under element, you see a frame of F. Then you can fill the color with any color you want, or any text or any gradient you want. So that's just how to do it.
All right. Thank you, Percy. I think that is about that. Another person has a question. I think let me read through. Okay, what can the ranges of pricing be? Yeah, I think that is um your own perspective. So as far as we are concerned, I think okay, Percy has already answered that. So yeah, no need. Okay. Yeah, no, you can go and look at the recap for the video everywhere. Just go and look at the video recap on YouTube. We post the video recap so that you can get what masking is, or you just search for further insights. Okay, thank you, everyone. We have come to the end of this course, and yeah, we can move forward using on Canva activities. Probably tomorrow, we'll be sharing the final info. So that will be tomorrow will be Saturday. So let's catch up by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, 5 p.m. West African time. So tomorrow, so that we can have the graduation ceremony. So I think yeah, we are done, and I don't know if Zainab has any information pertaining to the future roadmap of Canva Women in terms of the course progress. How do you intend to move forward? I think my job is done here. Thank you, Zainab.